What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Excuse my voice for a bit. I've been sick for a while, so it might be a little off in this video. So just prepare for that. Yes, 9 years. 9 years since the release of the Disney Afternoon Collection. It is now finally being released on the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. They just announced it the other day. There were some rumors or speculations of it being released on the ESRB. They did some rating on it, and some people figured that out. But now they finally announced it. It's a full-fledged announcement. Yeah, I don't know why after 9 years they decided to do this. I have no idea. You know, it's funny because the game released the same year that the Nintendo Switch was released. And they're releasing it finally on the Nintendo Switch after 9 years. 9 years. That's why so long. That's a very odd one. Anyways, it's funny too because it's just like you would think this collection not only should have been released at a time when the Switch was released. You would think that this collection would have been on a Nintendo console like that. I mean, Disney and Nintendo go like almost like hand in hand in some capacity. I mean, I would think, especially for back in the day. So yeah, I don't know why this one took so long to finally get released on the Nintendo Switch. Now that the Switch 2 is out, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's really weird. Maybe because, you know, there's got to be some sort of licensing issue or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's finally getting released. There's supposed to be a physical copy of this thing. I've heard that too, so I might go out and try to find me one, depending on how they release it. If they release it through limited run games, that's going to be a little bit of a tricky thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get that. If they release it like normal, like at Walmart or Amazon or something, then I might be able to get it, or GameStop or something like that. So I might be able to get it then. But yeah, they're finally releasing it. It's also coming with 2 extra games. The 2 extra games are Goof Troop and Bonkers, which, I mean, technically they would be part of that Disney Afternoon Collection, but that came like way later on the Super Nintendo. And, that's kind of interesting how they're doing that, but I don't know. The only thing I'm worried about this compilation is that in the past, they've done this before with another collection with a bunch of Disney games, and that is this collection here, the Aladdin and Lion King collection. And what they did is it was the first released as, you get these Nintendo games and Sega Genesis games on one compilation and everything like that. You get that, but then they re-released it again with an extra Lion King and Aladdin game, and also a Jungle Book game. So I think you get like 3 or something like that. And that was released, and it was $10 to buy it extra. So if you already downloaded it, you don't get those extra games for free, or an extra like special update. You had to pay for that. So if you already had purchased the Disney Afternoon Collection on PlayStation 4 and Xbox or PC, you might have to actually buy those games instead of it being given to you for free as a free update or something. Which that's what I feel like they're gonna do. And that's another thing that kind of irritates me about this Disney collection is that when the first time I saw it was that way back then when I first saw this back in 2017, this Disney Afternoon Collection, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, but where are the Game Boy games? I don't know if they have the Game Boy games in the Aladdin and Lion King version, or the Game Gear or Game Boy games, but where are those? How come we don't get those? At least with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, or even the Bill and Ted collection, you get the Game Boy games too. So why aren't you not getting those? I mean, I know those games exist on this system. I know I've seen the DuckTales game, so I know Game Boy games exist for those Disney Afternoon collections. So why don't we get those? That would be worth it. That'd be worth the price of me going out and getting it. I get all the games, Game Boy games, Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games, all that stuff. That'd be worth it to buy it. But, for an extra DLC pack or whatever, then it'll be worth it. But I don't see that happening. So yeah, I don't know why. It's, you get bare minimum with this collection, which is like, I guess it's fine. I want to try to find this physical release. I'm going to try to find the physical release. But other than that, yeah, you're probably going to have to pay extra if you've already purchased it for those 2 extra games, which I feel like that's what they're going to do because they did that in the past. But it's cool. It's cool that we finally get it after 9 years. So, Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Heck, yes, it's being even released by Atari. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I've noticed Atari has been releasing a lot of stuff here lately. A lot of old games that are not just strictly Atari old games. They're releasing other, brands. I think they did a Mortal Kombat one or something like that. The Mortal Kombat collection and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. That's pretty cool. I've been kind of hoping this would have been released, for a long, long time. It's gonna be kind of cool to play on my Nintendo Switch to finally play, all the Mario games, Disney Afternoon Collections, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the only thing I want left, the only thing I'm hoping, crossing fingers here, I want them to release in a compilation, retro pack is the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger games. That'd be kind of cool. And heck, they just announced Ren and Stimpy too. I think I just saw that on Limited Run Games that they're releasing a Ren and Stimpy compilation. And I think there's even a Jaws one that just got released. So if those can get released in some capacity, why not? Heck, let's go further. I want to see. Not only do I want to see the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger compilation, let's see all the Batman ones that were released. Let's see all the Ghostbuster ones released. Heck, all the LJN ones. They're releasing Jaws. Why don't we see Back to the Future and all that stuff? I just go ham with this whole shit. They just start releasing all those old games from back in the day. Save states, rewind features. Come on, let's get this done. Quit pussyfooting around. Drop the licensing fee and get these things done. I want to play all my old retro games again with achievements and trophies. So let's finally do that, shall we? Anyways, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys all on the next one, and y'all take care.